On behalf of the Department of IT and ADS, we would like to welcome you all to the technical seminar on open source technologies and industry automation. A special thanks and welcome to those persons, Mr. Babu Sir, Senior Executive, Industry Institute, Abdul Majid Khan Sir,
The best teachers are the ones that changes minds. And one such teacher is Mr. Karthikeyan Sir, Head of IT and AIDS Department. I would like to call him upon.
Good morning all. This is the spacious day. And we are very much thankful to the team of Red Hat Academy for this wonderful day to give a presentation on open source technologies and the industry adaptation. For this special occasion, I would like to welcome and special thanks to Mr. Ranjit Sengupta, Director and CEO. Today's resource persons, Mr. Babu, Senior Executive, and Mr. Abdul Majid Khan, and the most respected Dean Academics, I would like to give my great thankful and welcome to our Dean, Industry Relations, Suresh sir. Once again, I would like to give my thanks because the principal not able to come over here. Anyway, I would like to convey my thanks for his great guidance and the support of our. And last but not least, you are the pillars, you are the pillars of all the nations, my dear students. I welcome you all and the coordinating faculty members. I welcome you all to this presentation. Thanks a lot.
A teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches a heart. And now I would like to call one such teacher, Dr. Suresh Sir, Dean, Industry Institute Relations, to address the gathering.
In academics, Professor Dr. Ravi Sir, and today's guests and resource persons, and my close associate, Mr. Babu, and Mr. Abdul Majid. So please give a big round of applause. IT and AIS, Professor Karthikeyan, and faculty members of IT and AIS. So this is actually for the past 2 years we have been in constant touch with the Red Hat Academy. We also had preliminary works like we entered MOU with Red Hat Academy 2 years before itself, and now the time has come because due to pandemic we were not able to just have a gathering and tell the benefits of the Red Hat Academy. Now today Mr. Babu and his team has come to deliver the importance of Red Hat Academy and how it will be helpful for you to get an employment in the job, in the market. So dear students, definitely this is a very good opportunity for each and everyone to utilize and avail this and get benefit from this, and definitely you will be fetching a good employment in the competitive market. And I also just extend my profound thanks to our honorable principal sir, who is behind this. He has been guiding us and directing us to enter into MOU for the benefit of the students. But AIDS has come, so Sir told that immediately we should have an MOU with the Red Hat Academy, so which is like into open source technology. And they also now they will be telling about the importance of it. You also can learn a lot. Now just I mean like Mr. Babu has said that today, from today onwards, we will be offering some free course for the students and for the faculty members to enhance their skills in the specific technologies. So once again, I thank each and everyone for this opportunity, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you.
Teachers encourage mind to think, hands to create, and heart to love. I would like to call upon one such teacher, Dr. V.R. Ravi sir, Dean Academics, to address the gathering.
Here. I'm really happy today that we are going to have an association with the Red Hat Academy, and the team from Red Hat Academy definitely they will tell about what is the Red Hat Academy and what kind of service they are giving to especially students, and how their service will be very useful for the students to get a knowledge on the open source, and with that knowledge how you can get a job in the market. All those things they will explain very clearly, and the most important thing is today we don't have principal in our campus. With this effort only, we were able to get an association with this Red Hat Academy. And I request all the students, you have to utilize this opportunity, and definitely you will get a very good knowledge from this Red Hat Academy, and you should get a very good placement when you come to your final year. All the very best. Thank you.
As a token of our gratitude, I would request Dr. Ravi sir to felicitate our chief guest.
Sir, drawing button, sir.
Discussed and filed with Dr. Suresh to get it done in 2018 to 19. So during the time we are make it signed, but unfortunately due to this COVID, we cannot able to continue the process. All continuous lockdown, and due to lots of fighting like anything, I want to be write only online examination, then only I have to copy and clear the examination, so that I don't have any backlog. This is what the students' mindsets today. So that mindset should be blocked. That mindset should be removed. So that only Red Hat is going to become into the exact point of what Sir has told. Whatever the department that you belong, either AITS or IT, computer science or electronic and communication engineering, electrical or mechanical or civil, whichever the department, how this Red Hat is going to be held. Why this Red Hat I want to learn. For that only we are present here to deliver the thing, stating that while I am going to be appear for the campus or off-campus drive, if I am going to be show my certification, what is the credibility it has? Then few people are going to be realized during the process of interview. Fine. So this Red Hat Academy, Red Hat is since 1999, hopefully, because and second thing, Red Hat has become an academic partner of 2007. It started to bridging the gap between industry and institution. That means you know that, correct? Industry, நம்ம படிக்கிறதுக்கும் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் போயிட்டு நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது huge difference. While we mathematical, whatever the mathematical, what we learn, we cannot apply that knowledge in the industry. Correct? But why? This is going to be, this mathematical is going to be become your leadership quality. How you are going to be deliver your leadership quality. That is what this mathematical science and everything is going to denominate your mindset. For that only we are learning and the process of from LKG to till plus 2. That is what the means and everything is come. Why should I want to be learn? Need is there, then why should I study for the first standard 2 plus 2? Even directly I have to process for that need, I have to become a doctor. This means today's trends, all WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media is become done like anything. This is what the news I am hearing, and also I see these type of things. Okay, so anyhow, leave those things around. But today, if I am going to be learn a red hat, what I am. Why should I want to be learned red hat? What is red hat? A red hat is nothing but it is now today. One more thing I want to learn. A red hat is not a red hat company. Now it is IBM. It is IBM company because IBM was over 2018. Today it is belongs to IBM company. But when you enter into the red hat site, it shows IBM iFront red hat is there. But we are implementing a red hat as a separate company. It is still concerned like that. We are getting into the site and checking that it is a IBM company. So this is what Red Hat is now. Earlier when you people are the kid, that time IBM is having their own operating system, own cloud system, everything is there. Now today everything they are going to be converting to the Red Hat. So all IBM employees are undergoing these certifications. Now why I want to do this certification? See, today whole world is talking about automation, correct? So everyone is talking about that automation. This automation, where it is, how this automation is going to become a collaborator with the cloud form. Thing is that for example, I have to tell my experience. My native is external way. So I have an own voter ID card, and I have voter ID card here also. Correct. I have 2 voter ID card. Till I have 2 voter ID card, but I have submitted my Aadhaar card into my Chennai voter ID. So automatically, my Tirunelveli voter ID card is going to be cancelled. How it is possible? This is what the automation. Here is automation is there. Understood? This is a small example I have done. So like that, without automation, we cannot survive in the industry. That is what the complete whole automation. People are going to be talking about the complete automation. So, without an automation knowledge, specifically people are in a specific domain you are learning like AI, DS, artificial intelligence and data science. These people 100% I am sure, without open source knowledge, you are very difficult to survive in the industry. Okay. And other department also, whatever the department you people are studying, but everything belongs to the automation. So Red Hat is completely giving this knowledge to produce you to the particular domain. Like that, Red Hat is carrying almost close to 54 end-to-end certifications are there. 54 domains are there in their curriculum. For that earlier stage, you people are to learning is only 2 process we are going to be teach you. That is the 2 process is going to be engaged with you to enter to the IT industry, and when you are going to become a future IT. Understand? So this is the process what we are going to be teach Mr. Abdul Majid. He is an architect of Red Hat. He has completed all certification. If we completed all certification, Red Hat is specifically given the certification called an architect. He is an architect. He is an architect of cloud form, and he is an architect of automation. So that is the knowledge he is carrying, even though even he is a AAA department. He is a AAA department. He has completed his automation and cloud form certification and become an architect. He is a candidate who is going to deliver the knowledge if I am going to be studying, where I am going to work. And the rest of the thing what Suresh has already told, we are going to be tied up with, and we are going to be moving one by one the training process, how we are going to be taking this training inside your premises. So basically, principally, and thing is that the first thing we are going to be started training, it is not a classroom training actually, it is a virtual training. That means virtual led online instructor like, and it is exactly classroom training. What we are going to be produce you a Bluetooth link to you. You have to be installed in your operating system for any laptop. Don't come in the mobile. Mobile is not supporting whenever you are going to be do a practical, because it is 100% from the day on itself. It is a practical oriented training. Understood? So you are going to be connect with through VPN connection through my lab. You are going to be the day one you have to start your classes. Only 1 or 2 hours only the theoretical part we are going to be introducing the things and followed by the practical oriented. It is completely command mode. So we are going to be start processing that thing. So this is what the process while we are going to be studying. So that is, and apart from that, IBM is going to give you that 50 hours of lab for you people free to expertise and experiencing in that. IBM is going to be your cloud lab. They are going to give a cloud lab. For that also they are going to give a VPN connection. You have to connect with them and you have to be 24/7. You have to be work in that cloud lab. Whenever you are going to be using a cloud lab, while you are put your password and enter, and you have to complete your process 1 hour or 15 minutes you have practice, immediately you have to do not directly cut or off. You have to be logged out and you have to be again you have to re-enter. If you are not logged out, it will calculate automatically 50 hours. Then you will say, sir, I am not getting into the lab. Every students are using like this type of process. Log out straight up the 8 mark ready system close the back end process it will run. It is running. Your 50 hours within 2 days good guide. You may not be able to enter to the IBM lab. Even into our lab also. Whatever the lab we are going to provide, you might have to be logged out. Then only you can realize the process of learning. Okay, because free means everybody is starting like update. This is the student mindset. Because I am interacting with almost from 2006 to till. This is a process only I am doing. Like you all top engineering college in and around Chennai we are doing, and all in the universities also we are doing this training inside the college premises. And now today due to this COVID, we are completely moving the training for online instructor training. So today now I am handed over this session to Mr. Abdul. Abdul is going to be take over the session for the technical part, and other thing he is going to deliver. And the learning process and subject matter what you are going to learn, the rest of the thing I am going to be deliver at the end of the session. Okay. So thank you for that. Please what Sarah also told. Please coordinate what we are going to be deliver the knowledge you might want to be understand what we are going to be deliver. Then only you can easy to process the training. Understand? From the basic, from the engage itself, we have start learning Windows they learn from the Linux of the new concept, hopefully. Okay, and I request Suresh also, all the labs should be moved to from Windows to Linux, Red Hat, because Red Hat already you are the partner, 100% this operating system, whatever the application is 100% free. But you might have to have experience in that. Because Windows right click on it, open folder, open file, it will open. But Linux will not like that actually. We have to be put a command and open. We have to be put a command and save it in particular location. Everything command. That is what the security is there. Understand? Thank you. This will be the agenda.
Yes. Before start, so this is going to be a technical presentation. So usually from the engineering background. When I get this kind of presentation invitation, so what my response will be like, this is going to be a free period. So how many of you thought? So when you get to any presentation, immediately is this going to be just free time? So just be very sincere. Or it's going to, you're going to gain some insight. Yeah? So getting? So how many of you thought this presentation which you are going to attend now, which you are currently attending, is going to be a type of free time or just a type of something which you are going to pass, right? So how many of you thought like that? Sincere? Sincerely, you can just look here. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know. So yes, it's going to be a technical presentation, and of course I'm going to give you some insight about something which is you are maybe new completely or may not be. So either way around. So nowadays the students are completely observe. So then the teachers. So this will be our agenda. So that today we will see the era of specialization and introduction to open source and Linux fundamentals, and need for global certification. Why we need to global certification and career prospects. Okay, right. So clear? So I won't be very interactive. So you can stop me in the middle and you can ask any questions. So, okay. Right. Then we'll start with the discussion. Okay, so I just want to start with a small story. So it will not be very technical now. Let's start this one story, which may give you an idea about what is the theme which you are going to see. Okay. So there was a balloon cell. Just I adapted this from a different book called You Can Win. So there's a book by Shakespeare. You might have read it. So it's an inspirational book. So there was a balloon seller who was selling balloons in different colors. Okay. So the kid came to the balloon seller. So the kid wants a green balloon. Okay. Kid wants what color balloon? Green balloon. So that we can check you have a class. Okay. So the kid wanted green color balloon, but the balloon is a gas-filled balloon. So balloon which will fly up. Okay. So kind of balloon. So not normal balloon. So when you leave up the gas balloon, it will fly up. It's a gas-filled. Helium gas-filled. Okay. So the kid need a what color? Green color. Yes. Okay. So green color, but the balloon seller was not having green color. So he asked the kid why he needs a green color. So the kid saw some other kid who, when he leaves off that balloon, it was flying very high. So he thought the green color balloon was going to fly very high than other colors. Okay. So he thought the green color can fly high than the red color. So he wants that, but he says there's balloons are there, but specifically I don't have green color. So why you need a green color? So he says the reason. So you need. But is that the reason? So only the green color can fly high or any other can fly? So what is the particular? It cannot understand. But we know the logic. So it's not that. So the balloon seller replied to the kid. It's not that balloon which you are going to fly, or color of that balloon is not going to decide how high it's going to fly. It is what inside that balloon that's going to decide how it's going to fly. So this is what. So I am here to tell you that. So here I am in front of you to tell you that what makes you just a degree you have in your hand. So after 4 years you will have a degree in your hand. But having a degree doesn't make you fly high. So to achieve what you are supposed to. So you have different aims. Okay. So different aims. When I started my degree in engineering, when I started, so my case. Okay. So I want just a degree at my back. So that's how I started the degree. Okay. But when I progress into the different careers, so basically I started as a triple. Okay. So basically I was a triple background. It was a kind of interest in the domain of computer science which brought me into this domain. So now I'm on the computer science domain. So it is that interest which will help you to grow. Okay. So that's a point which I want to convey. So what you have, so So I am a bulb seller which you are in front of you. So just to tell you, so what you have in front of you is going to make you fly. So is the class clear? So last. Clear? Check. That's all. Thank you. Okay. So we are into the era of specialization. So when I was doing the degree, so we were just having BE computer science, BE BE, that's sort of things. Okay, now we don't have that anymore. So we are into the modern trend where we are oriented towards is a kind of a specialization. So which may be a specialization in AI, so specialization in ML, or specialization in IoT, or blockchain, so data science, etc. Right? So clear? Yes, sir. Right. Cybersecurity as well. So you know more than me. So what is artificial intelligence? So anybody can define what is artificial intelligence? What is AI? Anybody? If you don't say the answer, I will bore you with my answers. So better you can say your answer instead. Anybody? So what is AI? Just be very short. Otherwise I am going to bore you with my answer. Anybody? So what is AI? Just very short. What is AI? So you are from the specialization. Okay, why you have chosen AI? So girl side. AI means artificial intelligence. Very nice. So what is AI? Yeah, super. So again the same answer. So last guys. So what is AI? Just somebody else. Making a device to think like a human being. So that's what AI is. So AI, where you have different potential use cases. Okay. So AI, we are using it for this detection. Okay. So for detecting the language. So I don't know the language. Or image detection. So you are using the AI. So nothing else to say that the AI is. So you are more expert in that field than me. So that when you think about AI, so it has some specific tools here. So anybody can say any tools in AI. Say any tool which you are using. So what tool you are using in AI? Any tool you can say. Yeah. So any tool. OpenC. Okay. What's the full form of OpenC? So what is the full form of OpenC? Anybody know that? It's a tool used in AI. Very nice. But what's the full form of OpenC? So just say C. What is C? Okay. So it's an exercise which you find it out. So I myself wrote for. I think OpenC is computer vision. Yeah. Okay, so there are some global certifications. So how many of you are aware about that in AI? So we have this global certification. So anybody just who are aware about this can just put your hands up. So how many of you know about this certification? Global certification which you have here. So who know about this? Just put your hands up. So what this certification which I am displaying on the board for the presentation. So who of you know about this certifications? None? Nobody knows about this? No. So you are specialist in AI. And you are okay. So you are everybody is IT. Second year IT. Fine. Okay, so we have ML. So you know ML, use cases of ML, we are using it for machine learning. And we have, okay, so one of the main functions where we are using the ML. And then we have, these are the tools used in ML machine learning. Okay, these tools are there, which are using. So most popular tools in 2022. So these are the most popular tools. Okay. So these are the global certification in YAML. So we have machine learning specialists. So these are the global certification in YAML. Then we have IoT. So I'm just going this in a very fast way. Okay. And then we have global certification in IoT as well. So we have global certification in blockchain technology. And so blockchain is used for different things like Bitcoin today. And we have some of the tools in blockchain and the global certification in blockchain. And then we have cyber security. Okay, what is cyber security? And I'm just going very fast here, so that because I thought you were from a specialist background, so you are general IT, like general CS, so not specialist in it. Are you? Can you just be interactive so that will not be one way around. So I don't want to be one way around. So if you are interactive, so it will be a nice session. Okay, so what the message I want to convey is, so all these things which you are seeing in stuffs are based on Linux. So how many of you know about Linux? So please put your hands up. How many of you know about Linux? Linux. Yeah, Linux is the operating system. Linux is the operating system. Right? More than that, what is Linux?
It is open source.
Okay. So Linux is an operating system on a board. But it itself is not an operating system. Linux itself is not an operating system. Are you agree? Are you agree with that? So Linux itself, so anybody have installed Linux on your machines? Anybody have installed Linux? So you are installing a flavor of Linux. So whether say it's Ubuntu, say it's Ubuntu or Fedora, so it's actually a flavor of Linux. So that's what you are installing. Right? So what is open sourcing all together? So what's an open source? So what is the advantage of open source? So that's what we will discuss. Then I'm coming to the main discussion, the product selling, which is the Red Hat. So what we are going to discuss. So open source is something. What is open source? So what comes to the mind when I say open source?
Anyone can access.
Yeah, free. So we are thinking about money. So when I say open source, it is free. More than that. So more than that,
Everyone can access.
user. The last guys, the black shirts I see, so a couple of people in black shirts. Yeah, you know. There's a black shirt. There's another black shirt. Okay. So what is the advantage of Linux? So the open source it is free. So again, more than that. So more than that, why we are using Linux? So it is community driven. So that means different people from the different parts of the world contribute to the development of Linux. Okay. So what is a kernel? So there is an operating system. So have you taken the operating system course? That means operating system. There will be a course for you, right? So it's completed? Or not?
Not so.
No. The operating system not yet completed. Next semester it's coming. So, okay. So operating system has a kernel. So have you heard the term kernel? Kernel? Yes, I will. Okay. So what is kernel? Kernel in a sense, kernel is the core of operating system. So that is what a kernel is. So kernel in short, it's called a core of operating system. That's what a kernel is. Okay. So that is what we are taking. So we are using Android. So we are using Ubuntu. So we are using Windows. So that has an operating system. So you know what is an operating system is. And the operating system, what it has, What is its core? Which I just now I just. So what is the core? Kernel. Right. So kernel. Operating system as a kernel. Similarly, the Linux as a kernel. Okay, Linux operating system as a kernel. So that kernel they are taking and they are going to add some flavor on top of that. That's what we are seeing as Android. So we are seeing as embedded operating systems. Ubuntu, Fedora, CentOS, Kali Linux. Okay, so this is what we are seeing. So what is common in that operating system is kernel. I'll ask this question again. Please make a note of it. So what is the common in this all this thing? Kernel. Kernel is the common in all of this stuff. Okay. So what they are taking is they are taking this kernel. On top of this kernel, they are adding their content. So how it should look. So how Ubuntu operating system looks. How a Fedora operating system looks. It will look in different ways. So what is common in that is the kernel. So on top of this kernel, they are adding their flavor. So that's why we call it flavor, or we call this as a distribution. So what we call distribution. Right? Distribution. So we have a kernel. So on top of the kernel, we are going to add a layer to that. That's what we call distribution. So similar to that, that's what an open source. So everybody is doing that in open source. Okay. So you may ask me one question. So this is open source. So that is community driven. So community driven is many people from the different parts of the world, they contribute to this operating system and they develop the operating system. And there is one point I say it is secure. So I say this is secure operating system. And I say something is open. So I'm keeping something is open. And I'm saying that is secure. Okay, if I keep my purse open and I say this is secure, how it is? So I'm saying something is open. At the same time, I'm saying that is secure. So how it is secure and open at the same time? So it's conflicting with each other. Right? So does anybody have an answer? So how it is secure at the same time it is open? So anybody have thought of this one? So the open source operating system is there. It is open, but it's secure. So how it is? Anybody have an idea? So how it is open and secure? Any idea? No? No idea. Okay. So I want to open my lunch box. So why you are asking about this one? It's a lunch time. Right? So that's what reflecting on all of your faces. So it's time for lunch. So I want to open my lunch box. Why are you asking about what is open source? Right? Yes. Very good. So it's a bold answer. So I like that. Okay, so that's how it's becoming secure is that. So when you take Windows, so everybody uses Windows. So Windows as an operating system. I find a bug. So how many of you want to be a developer? You can put your hands up. So how many of you want to become a developer? Nobody wants to become a developer, then why you want to choose IT? So how many of you want to become a developer? From girls? Nobody wants to become a developer. Okay, nobody wants to become a developer? Nobody interested in development? Okay, so I would expect that from the ID part. So nobody wants to become a developer. So you want to become a developer? Dilemma. This is a dilemma, okay. So want to become a developer or want to become a... Okay, so if you don't want to become a developer, so what is the other choice you have? So have you chosen that choice? Data science. Testing. Software testing. That's a good option. Then, so testing is also a part of a development. Testing is not something apart from it. You should know development to do the testing. Otherwise, testing will not work. So just have a good point. Okay. So the development when you heard about bug fixes. So you heard about bugs, right? So if you take Windows, so then Windows if you are finding one bug as your developer, you want to fix that bug. So what do you do? So can you approach Windows and can you fix that bug? It's not possible. So you cannot approach Windows, even though you know that is a bug, that is a problem, that's a security issue. I want to fix it. I want to fix the Windows. Can you approach Windows and can you do that? You can't. You can't do it because you are not an authorized developer and you are not a Windows guy. So you will not do. You cannot do that because Windows is a closed source. Whereas in case of Linux, you can do it because it is an open source. I take the kernel. I am creating my own operating system. So I am creating my own operating system. I find some issues. I can fix that issues. That is how it is secure. Because I am in control of my operating system. So that is what the open source. I can control my operating system. That means I can develop my operating system. So this guy, so the open source was founded by Linus Torvalds. So Linus Torvalds who found the Linux. He was the developer of Linux. So his name Linux and then Linus he developed that. There was a Unix operating system. From the Unix operating system he developed Linux. In near future you can also develop your own operating system. So what's your name? Dinesh. Okay. So he can develop the operating system Linux X or something like that. So he can develop operating system in future. So he can develop the operating system which is called Linux. Where you can develop it. So what is the operating system we are going to use? Linux. Linux. So you can do it. So that is what? So just give an idea. So what Linux is? Linux is an open source developed by Linus Torvalds. He adopted from Unix. Unix was the operating system. He developed. So how he developed? He was like a student like you. So he took the kernel. How Dinesh is? He took the kernel. So Dinesh is going to do in the future. So he took the kernel. So you're going to do right. Okay, so he took the kernel and on top of the kernel he added something and then made it as a Linux. That was Linux, that's the story behind Linux. So the Linux is free and open source and all this story is free of cost. So everybody knows about that, I don't want to go into more stuff. And there are a lot of distributions. So this is a gentleman who developed the Linux Torvalds. He is called kernel orchestrator. So what is orchestration? Anybody have an idea about what's orchestration? So what is orchestra? Music orchestra? Have you ever heard music orchestra? Lakshman Shruti? Correct? So have you, anybody have not heard about Lakshman Shruti? Please put your hand. You are not heard about it. Lakshman Shruti. So somebody who knows about this, just please explain. Okay, so it is an orchestration. Orchestration in a sense where you have a, so here you have seen musical concerts or something like that. So there you can see one who is in front and the musical playing persons are going to work behind this signal. So there is an orchestra. Okay, so that's what the Linus Torvalds does. So here a gentleman Dinesh, I think you are not offended by using a name, right? So anything is that? Okay, so here we have a gentleman Dinesh. And Dinesh develops an operating system, so it's called Linux. Okay, Linux is the developer of Linux. And can he change something to the kernel? So he can develop his operating system called Linux and he can distribute it. So you can install and use it. But the kernel part which is there, he cannot modify. Who can modify the kernel? Only the Linus Torvalds, who is the developer of this kernel. He can modify Linux. You cannot modify the kernel part. There is two parts. One is kernel, which is heart of the operating system. On top of that, you have something adding to the flavor that makes it a Ubuntu, that makes it a Fedora, that makes Linux. Okay. So we have that. So who can orchestrate that? That's only Linux stores can modify the kernel part. Can't modify it up. Cannot modify. If you want to modify the kernel, you have to get the approval of Linus. So this is what Linus provides, and he is a called kernel orchestrator. So you know what is orchestration. So there is a lot of inputs are coming. So you have to coordinate that inputs to the user. That's what orchestration is all about. So there is a kernel orchestrator. And coming to RHEL. So what is RHEL? So anybody can tell me the full form of RHEL? So usually when I take trainings for the students like you, I ask about some concept. Okay. So I ask about, for example, I do take network-based training. So when I ask about network training, some concept, I want to ask them some concept. There is something like RIP. So what is RIP? Rest in peace. Okay. RIP means in network it's called Routing Information Protocol. So people will tell what is, and I call RIP. Some people will tell RIP is rest in peace, and some will tell this. At least they say Routing Information Protocol. So only that, up to that, when I say RIP, Routing Information Protocol, what is that? It will stop here. Similarly, when I asked about AI, what is AI? So the answer was artificial intelligence. That was a very brilliant answer. So everybody is in line. So everybody is in line with me, right? So anybody falling short, not able to get my points, the black shirts. The black shirts, I typically point out the black shirts because the black shirts are what? They're playing. You can feel that, exactly. Okay, so to the point. So the RHEL is called, at least you should know what is RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux is what is RHEL. What is it? What is RHEL? Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay. So I see some of you have beautiful notes and pens, but nobody is making any notes. That's good. So I'm not offended. So fine. So don't write me. So if you are interested, fine. So RHEL is Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, last guy can say what is RHEL? The white shirt and the black shirt. Yes. Red Hat Enterprise Linux. It's called RHEL. They shortly called RHEL. So whenever I ask this, so you can tell at least what is RHEL. So I am not here to just tell the full form, but I want to tell something more about it. So that's what we want to have. So RHEL is something which you are moving from community to enterprise. So you know what is community. So far we discussed what is a community. So what is community? Again? Huh? Room. Okay. So for example, we have what is your name? Gugan. Dinesh. Then your name? Nitish. Okay. So Gugan, after he graduated, he is going to US. Okay, Gugan is in US, and Nitish. Okay, Nitish in Switzerland. Okay, is in Korea, and Dinesh loves our country. Okay, so you want to be in India, and he loves our country. Okay, Guhan doesn't love our country, so you want to serve for the US. Okay, just kidding, so don't take that. Okay, so these three guys, Guhan, Nitish, and Dinesh. Okay, Okay, so they are in a different part of the world and they collaborate. So how they are collaborating? So they collaborate to make one operating system called Linux. For the next operating system to work, they coordinate together and they contribute their things. So what you are contributing? That's not a very unexpected answer. Of course, we contribute to the foodstuffs. Most Indian foods are famous. That's good because Indian foods are very rare and it's very difficult to get. So of course, yes. Okay, you can contribute something. Yes, I don't want to say what is that. It's an access. Okay, so Gohan contributes and Nitish and for the Dinesh. So he's contributing from different parts of the world. They settle into different parts of the world and they contribute to each other to make that. That's called community. So community is different from what is called enterprise. So we will need to know what is enterprise, then we need to know about community. So when I say community, what comes to your mind? Gohan, Dinesh and Nitish. So this should come to your mind. So where is Gohan? US. Where is Nitish? Korea. I don't know why that bias for the Korea. I don't know, it's fine. Okay, so he's in Korea. Okay, so they contribute each other to develop this one. So this is called a community. So what is enterprise is organization. So what is enterprise? Organization. Okay. So what is enterprise? Organization. Okay. So organization means you are going to manage. So how many computers you have with you? How many computers you have? How many computers? How many laptops you have? How many desktops? Okay, second answer. I don't even know. Okay, as a individual, you will have how many computers with you? 1 or 2 or 3 maximum. That's what you have. When you go to the enterprise, you will not have 1. You will have thousands of computers. So that too, servers. Not individual personal computers or clients, that could be servers. Right? Okay, so that was servers. So I have another 10 minutes. Right? Early, so open your lunchbox. We'll talk about open source and you open your lunchbox. Right? Okay. So this is what enterprise. What is enterprise? Enterprise is not organization, it's thousands of companies. That's what enterprise. So when you go to the enterprise, so for example, we have airline industry. So how many of you booked the ticket in railways? You are booking tickets in railways. So how many of you booked the ticket yesterday for the free release? So do you know what released? How many of you booked the ticket? That's good. So you book the ticket, you book the stuff, so whether it is for a plane or a search for going on station, so you book the ticket. So that is an industry. So what industry it is? Buying industry. Boarding industry. So I can hear your voices here. So that's fortunate. So I can hear what you are telling. So that's what I want to convey is that. So this is an industry, whether it is a cinema or a healthcare or a organization. This is called an organization. Okay. So there is application of IT in that. How the application of IT is there? How the application of IT? So how is the application of IT in the cinema industry? So I'm not talking about very technical things. I'm not very technical. So if I go technical, so by the time I finish it, it will be More than that. Copyright. Okay, just I give an example. So application of ID in cinema is that you book the ticket. So from any part of the world you are booking the ticket. So how does it happen? Because of the ID. So you are able to book the ticket. How do you book the ticket? So what app application you have used? Paytm. That is for payment. TS. Okay, fine. So anyhow, so you are using some sort of application to book it. So that application is based on some server. That server is enterprise. You are booking the ticket for a cinema. The volume. Right. So how many of the fans of yes. Okay. So very much strict in that what he has conveyed, so don't call me that. So you are basically following that, but you are not strict in following what your professor is saying. Okay, that's good. So coming back to the topic of discussion. So enterprise, you know what is now enterprise? And what is a thing? So enterprise needs a mission critical application. So what is mission critical? So what is mission critical? What is mission? What is mission? Okay. So mission critical application means let me use here that red check. What's the name? Just I want to name. Sivamurthy. Second Siva. Okay. Siva is very desperate that he wants to book a ticket for. You can fill it. So if I fill it, I will be. So you fill it. So Siva or Murthy or Sivamurthy, so whatever. He is desperate, want to book ticket for X. What happens when he opens up the app? He is not able to book. Either the app is very laggy. It's very laggy, he is not able to book the ticket on time. So what happens? What will the response of Sivamurthy? So how he will react? You know. So how he will react? He is going to abuse, correct? So he is going to abuse XY. Is it so, or he is going to reply in person? I don't know. So just kidding. So don't take it. Just to give some examples. So when he tries to book the ticket, he is not able to book the ticket because of some problems. So some issues happen in the server. So he is not able to book the ticket. Like Sivamurthy. So there are going to be thousands of Sivamurthis who is booking the ticket. What will happen? He is not able to book the ticket. How the loss will go? So how much you paid for that? So let us say, for example, this black shirt, you are going to say how much you bought the ticket for that. 2,000. 200 only. So you, yellow shirt behind it. Oh wait. 9,000. 900. Okay, imagine 900 rupees is lost for one Sivamurthy. So one Siva, one Murthy, whatever, is lost. By fraction of a second, 900 rupees is lost to the cinematography industry. So imagine hundreds of that Sivas are booking. So how much the loss will be within matter of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 1 hour. So how much its loss is going to be? That is called mission critical. So now you get that understanding what is mission critical. What is mission critical? Sivamurthy is not able to book ticket for for upcoming flame. So the flame you fix it, what are the flame, sorry, sign of flame, what is the flame? So that is what mission critical. You lose something. I'm just taking a real-time example. So you lose something in a matter of seconds. So if you are not able to do it on that time, okay, correct? So everybody agree? So that's not mission critical. So the mission critical application, I want a immediate fix. So there is some problem is happening. I want to fix that problem immediately. Why? Why? Because Sivamurthy is not able to book the ticket on time. So I don't want to have a loss. So I fix the loss, I want the support. That's what the rel is. You are saying rel. Rel is not an open source, by the way. It's not open source. It is a component developed from the open source. By the way, it's not open source. So if you want to use the rel, you want to pay. You want to pay for using the rel. So what you should do? What you should do? You should pay to use the rel. So I'm not asking question from your subject knowledge. I'm just giving the answer. Just want to repeat the answer from you, so that I may be knowing that you are interacting in the class. Or interacting in the session. I don't say in this class. So interacting in the session. Okay. Right, good. So that's what a load. So that's what we want. So rel, what they will do when there is something going wrong, they are going to give you a immediate support to fix that. So they will even say 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I will fix this for you. For this, you have to pay. So you are not going to pay for the operating system itself. You are going to pay for fixing the issue. This is what the rel is about. So rel, what is rel? Yeah, I like that whole answer. He says that so I'm in my green word. I'm thinking about yesterday's review. What review I can give for that yesterday. Okay, so rel, what is rel? That's what rel is. Red Hat, everybody? Everybody. That's what rel is. And rel stops the market. So now you know what is community, what is enterprise, and what is rel. So you know this difference. So this stops the market. So rel, if you see, you can see here open source, Fedora, Debian, Ubuntu. So how many of you have gone through this? Okay, I'll just finish in 5 minutes. So how many of you have here this this one, Ubuntu, Linux, Debian? Okay, so these are the open source operating system which is used for enterprise. You know enterprise, you know organization, you know community now, so different terms you have used. So what tops in the market is rel, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is what tops in the market. So what tops in the market? Rel. So this is the product which you are going to learn. And when you are studying, so who is the first rank in the class? Definitely it's going to be from the girls here. Who is the first rank in the class? Nowadays we don't have ranking system, that is conditional. We have grading system. Good. So there is somebody who is in the class who will be the first rank holder, definitely from the girl side to be. So it's not the case, I think. Okay. So So the global certification is a kind of a ranking system for you to progress through in the interview. Okay. What's your name? Your name? Supriya. Supriya. So Supriya is, I have Supriya. Okay, here we have Supriya. So Supriya is my, Supriya is my sister, so I'm working in IT industry. Supriya is my sister. I have 10 sisters like Supriya. So who comes with my reference? Out of these 10 Supriyas, who will I select? So everybody is B, everybody is Supriya, everybody is me, and everybody is my sister. So who will I pick among this 10? So I want a standout. So what is a standout? What's your name? Huh? Abdul. Okay, just take a standard please. So you have gentleman Abdul. So how he is looking now? So he is looking big man. So he is looking. So everybody is sitting. So he is standing. So this is what certification does to you. So everybody, this is what makes you stand out with the certification. So you go for an interview and Supriya comes. So I think nobody is offended when I'm using the names of people. So just basically not, so I just take everybody's friends here. Okay, so everybody, there comes the candidates where I want to select somebody in the standout. So I have to select somebody in the standout who have something addition to that. That's what the certification will do. That's what going to give you. And I can't say this is a forceful thing. So why we are learning Linux? Because Linux is a common platform for all. Say, you're going to become a developer, you're going to become a system administrator, you're going to become a XYZ. So in some organization, you're going to become XYZ. So what differentiates you? So at some point of time, you will be dealing with Linux. I'm not going to say necessarily well. So you will use Linux in some point of time. So how many of you use Linux? Sorry, okay, I'll say, how many of you use Ubuntu? I'll just suggest again. So can you just put your hands up? So how many of you use College language. So Ubuntu, what is the command to create a directory? What's the command to create a directory? So what's the command to create a directory? So Abdul, what's the command to create a directory? No idea. Good answer. So command to create in Ubuntu, command to create directory in any other things will be same. So if you are using the URL, so the command is mkdir. That's a command to create. If you learn RHEL, which I am going to teach in our course, that you are going to learn about RHEL, it is common to any operating system you are going to use. So it is going to be useful for you in any platform of choice, so which you are going to choose. So I think nobody is going to become a developer. So someone has a dilemma, someone just a degree at the background for the marriage invitation purpose, aside myself for example. Some are forced, as in the 3 years for me, to do this course. So everything depends on your interest. So you're going to choose some stream. You're going to be a developer, or you're going to be a support engineer, network engineer, system administrator. So you're going to be some sort of man. So they are going to use Linux. The world will not exist without Linux. How? So I'm saying everybody is using Linux every day. How I'm saying that without knowing about your background, I'm saying that you are using Linux every day. How is that? Mobile. Yes, mobile is one of the good examples. So you are using mobile. Mobile is based on Linux. So anyhow, you are directly not using the Linux anyhow. So mobile is one of the good example for Linux. So here we have a job market. So you can, for example, he's waiting for that. Okay, so this is a job market analysis where you can see list of your eyesight. So how much salary you are getting? So the last black shirt with the specs. What is the salary you are seeing on this associate manager? You are seeing. Okay, so fine. So you are able to see, right? So what is the salary expectation or salary? Which I just like to give a moment ago. I took this snapshot. It's for the fresher. You can also say system engineer, so it's for fresher. So this is the demand for and 80% of this thing, so 80% of the manager, 90% of the manager not finding the students with the open source talent. So you want to stand out of the crowd, you need an open source talent. So wherever you are going to work, so you need open source talent. So this is what we are going to teach in REM. So what we will teach? You can find this globally, so RHCSA, you can just type this out, RHCSA. You can globally find this, what we are going to see. This is a Red Hat certification. RHCSA is entry-level certification that focuses on compatibility at the system administration, including installation, configuration of Red Hat Enterprise Linux and attached to a live network running networks. This is just what we are going to start with, RHCSA, Red Hat certified administration. So this is the course which you will be doing. And you are going to do it free. So how many will opt for this? You are doing it free. Just put your hand up. If you are free and you want free. That's what you are doing. So I'm going to say here, so you are going to get 5 lakhs per annum. So salary, starting salary is 5 lakhs per annum. How many of you are ready to pay 5% of this? So what's the 5% of 5 lakhs? If I can't remember so that's what the cost.
Going to get that benefit, they are going to be full optimized price of 50,000. They have to be spent, and other college students have to be get the certifications. That is what happened here and there, because we can't help for the students. Because you people have to be provide your college ID card to enter to the global certification. Without a global ID card, the site is not recognized, because For example, today you are writing online examination with the copying and writing and clear the certificate examination. Came to know that through your professors, not only your college, all college professors told like that. But if we are writing here a global certification in Red Hat, there is no proxy at all. If you go for an example of AWS, we have a proxy. If you go for Microsoft, we have a proxy because I am dealing with all the partners. So that me to also help for some industry people for that project because they want to be utilized and they have to be sustained their job. For that we need to help. What to do? In this crisis, competitive world, somewhat we have to help. But in Red Hat we are not able to do that. In Red Hat certification, we are not able to do any proxy. Why I tell? For example, they said Dinesh. Dinesh wants to write a AWS. I have to be right instead of Dinesh. I have to complete my certification and give it to in the name of Dinesh. Yes, it's possible. Like Azure, I want to be right instead of Dinesh. I can write that instead of Dinesh. I will write in his name and give a certificate AWS, Azure certification. Is Azure certified, cloud certified, whatever. If you are good, yes, I can write. But Red Hat can't able. Because the proctor is going to watching you here and there through a webcam. Today is because it is a remote exam has started. Otherwise it is a classroom exam. It is an online exam. It is a classroom exam. The examiner is going to come to your college, conduct the exam. They are going to get the link from the US. So you have to be in front of the examiner. You have to be write the examination. Only 16 or 19 questions they are going to be give. We have to be answer in that one. Instead of IP address 192, it may change 172. Like that, the simple scenarios they will change while we write the global certification, while we are giving the special exam training. That time only you have to be ready. Because, for example, in a remote I am going to write the exam, nobody is watching. If you are thinking, if your one kids is crossing now, your exam is going to automatically shut down. We are failed, we lose the money. That is what the Red Hat certificate is. Always it is the credibility is high, what he said. So you check with the global, because you people are in the global market today. Everybody is having a mobile in your hand. Don't sit with the WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram. You have to search in the Google stating that what is happening in the industry. You have to gain the knowledge in industry segments. Then only you people have to be shine. I thought you people are in the first year. That is what you people are not able to answer. But you people are second year. First year. She said second year. That's what I did. Okay. You people are first year. You might want to be start searching in the Google. Not start searching in the friend circle in the WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram. That is one part of it. But the other part, your career is important. After completion of my graduation, where I am. What sir has told, I want to enter to the job or I want to get into the dream job. That is important. Understand? So in the dream job, it is we have to be enter. It is a B plus is required. What is B plus? Nothing but I am a B plus B plus is this certification. What are the domain knowledge you people carries? These things are all going to be determined your job. And determines getting that you are enough flexible and sustain your job. This is what happened, everything is things. So the first level, what we are going to call the RSCS, Red Hat Certified System Administration. There will be two courses inside in that one, RH124 and RH134. Okay, this is the only that RH124 is a compulsory. Without 1 to 4 you cannot learn 134. There is a two paper. Listen very carefully. There is a RSCSA. They carry two papers are there. RH124 and 134. 134 is completely depends on Kubernetes and container content, which is going to be a OpenShift process. This is what, because you have to search it, because I cannot able to complete the explanation. You have to find out what is OpenShift. Note பண்ணிக்கோங்க OpenShift என்ன அப்படிங்கறத Google போய் search பண்ணுங்க. So then only you have to get the knowledge, because OpenShift you are going to be learn in the second process, so that the second process is 100% free. What I discuss with Suresh sir. So the first level is a payment process because you have to pay and learn. Second process is a completely free. Those people who are studying in the level 1, direct to level 2 la padikka mudiyadhu because level 1 kullana process and the promo code we call as a promo code. We have to be produce a promo code, then only you people are eligible to learn and get the certifications. Understand? These things are out there. This is 120 hours of training this course. So almost we are going to give you that the complete training. So it is a virtual based online instructor led training we are going to be start now. So based on your overall, yes, I want to be learned, I want to be entered in this the complete industry side. You please give your class coordinators your name, and based on that we will discuss with your head of the departments and we start processing this training. And other thing, lecturers, we request you people have to be come over there to my office and have to be learned Saturday or Sunday, whatever the convenient time. You please explain us how many lecturers are there, please, because you people are next year onwards you have to be take this training to your students. Whatever you like, you people have to be take the level 1 and level 2 and level 3. The first level 3 levels. We are going to be train all the students and as well as the faculty members. And the faculty members, the next year onwards, you people have to be start training. On the certification point of view, I am going to come here and train you for the special examination training we will give, followed by 3 mock tests, and easily we can clear. For my in my history, whichever the college in academy which is handled by myself, all the 90% of my students are get center in global exam. That you cannot believe. That is a produce I am continuously producing past 6 years. Center. Because the people who are going to get the centers, they are going to be get an internship is free. You people have to be work in Bangalore or Pune, wherever in the country, you have to be go there, you have to be work. They are going to give us stipend like 3 lakh per annum, 4 lakh per annum. Based on the performance, you may be in the part of the organization. That is also provided. That is going to support you. So this is what the today's our scenario. Now I am going to be given distribute a small pamphlet which is carrying your detail also. You please fill it up the details and carry it and give it to me immediately, and we have to be open our lunch. Okay, please be in line.